So they're changing this one. And what else you will do? So let me mark it. This you are changing. You are adding a phone number to your existing employee table, and this department name should be unique. Department name should be unique. Let me add it here. It was not added. This constraint was not added. So department name has to be unique. Okay. And what else? You will also make a candidate key. Achha, before making a candidate key, you complete 1 minute. Let me add another constraint.
I'm sorry to
Let
disturb you, ma'am. Some students are still trying to enter. Can you please check?
Okay, start doing these three first, and then I will again tell you something. Okay, all of you start completing these three. So you will change the structure of the table. You are adding a phone number. You are changing the size of the salary column, and you are also adding a constraint to the department's table. Do all of you do? I will ask you randomly. I will ask. Okay. So I'm stopping this.
And can you just write what are the things we need to do in the chat box?
No, I cannot write. Where were you, Anamitra, when I was saying?
No, I was here like just if I forgot something, so don't mess up. So that's why I'm asking.
I just said you have to add a column phone number in the employee table. You have to change the size of the salary column, increase the size of the salary column, and you have to add a unique constraint to the department names column of the department table. Abhishek Kumar, roll number 35.
Yes, ma'am.
Why are you late so much?
Ma'am, what?
तुम इतना लेट क्यों ज्वाइन किए हो? हम्म? শঙ্কর চৌধুরী,
Yes, ma'am.
কটায় ক্লাস ছিল?
Ma'am, sorry, ma'am, একটু লেট হয়ে গেল আসতে।
কেন লেট হচ্ছে কেন?
9:30 থেকে ছিল।
হ্যাঁ, তো 15 মিনিটস পরে তুমি ঢুকছো কেন? তোমাদের কি মনে হয় ম্যাম গেট কিপারের মতো ম্যাম will stand and always allow continuously go on allowing you? ম্যামের আর কিছু করতে পারবে না, ম্যাম দাঁড়িয়ে থাকবে।
না ম্যাম, সরি ম্যাম, লেট হয়ে গেল।
ম্যাম
রান।
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম হয়েছে, কিন্তু ম্যাম ফোন নাম্বারটা কলমটা অ্যাড করার পর না টেবিলটা মানে একটু নিচে এসে গেছে কয়েকটা কলম।
হ্যাঁ সেটা ঠিক আছে, সেটা তো অ্যালাইনমেন্টের প্রবলেম হচ্ছে।
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা।
ওটা সেট লাইন সাইজ একটু দেখতে হবে, লাইন সাইজে কত করলে তোমার ঠিক আসছে। লাইন সাইজ 1000 করতে হুম
Page line, page line.
Do tell the command. I do it with line size, set line size. Sunny Kumar, write your
Yes, ma'am.
command in the chat box.
We can also increase page size number.
How you will increase page size?
Set page size, default page size is 14, so we can set it 100 or something else.
You can try.
Ma'am, and how I know unique unique is added in my department name?
How you will know?
Yes,
First
ma'am.
of all, there are several methods of knowing that. If it is already added, first of all, you describe your table. Okay. When you
Yes, ma'am.
describe your table, then it will, if it is a primary key, then it will show you not null. And when you try to insert records, you will see that it is giving error, constraint violated. This is the first thing. So while insertion, you will understand, okay, there is a constraint. Other than this, I will tell you there is a table, system table, user underscore constraints. All of you just wait for 1 minute, Sunny Kumar. Let others complete, then I will come to that point. For the time being, you just try to insert a duplicate value and you will understand whether it is. So everybody has completed, I hope. Today, randomly, I will ask you to show and you will show me, okay? Let me start. So, 1 minute. All of you, wait, let me share the screen once more. Anybody, wait. Akshita, Akshita, roll number 55. Can you just share your screen and show me the commands that I
Yes,
asked?
ma'am. Ma'am, is it visible?
It's coming. So, what did you do? Show the commands. Alter table, employee, modify.
Salary number.
Hmm.
This was.
Next,
And phone number. I have added the phone
alter
number.
table, add phone number. Okay. Next,
This only two I have done, ma'am, till now.
these two. Okay.
Okay.
Stop sharing.
Okay, ma'am.
Sunny Kumar, show me your share your screen and show the next one, the constant one.
Actually, ma'am, I added only unique to department name.
Share your screen and show me the command for that.
Yes.
Okay. What did you do? Alter table departments, add.
Unique and department name.
But if you do this, can anybody tell me what is the problem here? If you only write add unique department name, what is the problem?
Name not given. You will be able to identify the problem.
Yes, yes. So once you have added a constant unique, all right, but you haven't given a name to the unique constant that you are adding. Sunny Kumar, listen carefully. You haven't added a name. So what will happen to this particular constraint of this table? Automatic name will be given by the system using starting with sys. Let it be sys underscore a number. So you don't know what is the name that has been automatically given. So what we do generally, we write constant name. Just write it once more. Alter table departments. Alter table
Yes, ma'am.
departments. Add constraint. Write the keyword constraint. Add constraint. Constraint. No S. Space. Give a name. The name should be unique. Okay, you cannot give duplicate names. Give a name. Bus, never. Short name. UN. Okay. Yes, constraint name. Then the constraint type is unique, and then which column you want to make unique. Okay. Enter.
Already exists in
Already
the table.
exists. Make another. Since drop the constraint. How do I drop a constraint? Since you did not
Alter.
give a name, wait 1 minute. Since all of you are listening, since Sunny Kumar hasn't given a name, now if I want to drop the constraint unique, I don't know the name of the constraint, isn't it? So I will face problem in dropping the constraint. If I had given a name, I could have easily dropped it. So how will I drop a constraint? Alter table, you cannot do, wait Sunny Kumar. Alter table departments, drop constraint, the constraint name. If UN was the name, then drop constraint name. Okay? So if you want to drop a constraint. Now, we already had a not null constraint in our table last day.
Yes, ma'am.
Which column
In
we had
department.
not null, Avinav Kumar? Which column we had made not null? Anybody can answer.
Department ID.
Department ID was not null.
That is
And whatever a name was given, so all of you drop that department ID not null constraint. All of you, Sunny Kumar, stop sharing. All of, achha, don't stop. Wait. Oh, yes, stop. Ritika Kanguli, share your
I
screen.
shared again.
Oh. Okay, wait, Ritika. Now you, all of you write. Just see, Sunny Kumar is writing. Sunny Kumar, you write. Select. Just write describe user underscore constraints. User underscore constraints. Just check whether it's coming or not. Yes. So this is what? This is a system table, user underscore constraint. So what happens here? Whatever constraint you create, whenever you create a table along with constraints or you alter a table for the constraints, then what happens? Parallelly, this table gets filled up. Filled up with what? Filled up with the constraints that you have added, the type of constraint and the constraint name that you have given. Okay, so here see there are certain tables called certain columns called constraint name, constraint type, table name, money, which table the constraint has been added, the owner who has added. So let us all of you just write select this. Let us see some of the records. Select star from select, don't write star, just write select owner, comma constraint underscore name, comma constraint underscore type, comma table underscore name, table underscore name, from, what happened, from the table name user underscore constraints.
What, ma'am?
जो टेबल नेम है यहाँ पर यूजर अंडरस्कोर कंस्ट्रेंट्स, अंडरस्कोर कंस्ट्रेंट्स, where I don't want to check all the tables, isn't it? I want to check my tables, where table name underscore name, na table name column कैसे रहे, underscore name is the column name, table name is a column name of this particular table, isn't it? Is equal to तुम्हारा जो tables है उसका किसी एक table का नाम दो.
Department.
Give a name, any table you have, give the name for that within single quotes, because now this is acting as a value. Your table name is acting as a value, so you should give a single quotes. Departments, give it exactly how it has been created. Just check it's coming or not. This was the name. No rows selected. Give some other table name. Just give arrow and
मैम ये क्या है समझ में नहीं आया.
okay, 1 minute. Just Sunny Kumar, you remove this where condition. You remove the where condition. हम बता रहे, wait करो. Semicolon. Press enter. ये क्या है देखो. Sunny Kumar, you do that page line that you were saying. Write that command.
What?
वो page size का command लिखो.
Okay. Ma'am, I can't write actually.
Ma'am, my one is it is showing 3123 rows selected.
Because just see, wait, Sunny, wait. Just see here. Who is the owner? This table, the table I am showing you is a system table. Listen carefully, all of you. The table I am showing you is a system table. So what is the system table doing? The name of the system table is user underscore constraints. So what I will check here, if I have whenever I create a table along with constraints, then parallelly while the table gets created, parallelly this table user underscore constraints gets filled up. Filled up with what? Filled up with data. What data? The data that is present here is who has created, owner is a column. Okay, owner means who has created the constraint. Table name is a column. Constraint name is a column. Constraint type is a column. Just now I showed you the columns. So you can just write describe user underscore constraints and it will show you all the columns present here. Now here, in this table, the data, I have selected only 4 columns, and you can see the data is present here. These are the data. See, I said cis is the owner. Just see the last line. Cis is the owner. The cis underscore C00321. This is what? This is a constant name given. This is a constant name given. Cis underscore. I said by default, if you don't give a constant name, then what happens? The constant name is started with cis underscore, then a particular number is given. Okay. This is I have also selected table name. So this is the table name view, something like this. This is a view actually. Yes, but this is a system table. I haven't created it. It is a system table automatically created. Now you remember any of the constraints you have added? You remember?
No,
If you remember the name of the constraint, then you can just write select.
ma'am, I can't write. I have to restart this SQL command.
Okay, stop sharing. Can anyone else write this? Or all of you check on your own? Check it in your own machine. In the where clause, you give your constraint name or table name. Don't give table name, just give constraint name. It might come. Just check. All of you are doing? Actually, the owner is cis. That's why so many records you're getting.
Ma'am,
Mm.
ma'am, can you please repeat the last command that is used for showing all the constraint of my table, system table? Ma'am, it is showing error.
What error? First of all,
Ma'am,
describe it.
no, ma'am,
Describe.
not one, ma'am. Ma'am, select the owner constraint name, that one, ma'am.
First, describe the user underscore constraints table. Then you select some of the columns from there and display. Column names, you will get it from the describe output. Acha, do one thing. Let us do one thing. Let me share. Wait. All of you can see the SQL prompt. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now see, since we have done sys, isn't it? So sys is an administrator. Lot of rows are there. Let us create my own user. So how I will create a user? Create a user. How I will create? I will write. I have just write show user. It will show you. Sys is the current user. Okay, sys can create a user. Sys has the administrative privileges to create a user. So I'm writing create username. Let me give a username RPS. Create username identified by a password. So let me again give the same password RPS. User created. So now can I connect? So before connecting, I have to grant some privileges to RPS. I means who will grant? Sys will grant. Okay. So sys will write grant resource, comma, connect to whom? To RPS. So what is this resource, comma, connect? These are collection of privileges.
Ma'am, ma'am,
Hmm.
uh, ma'am, why you have used RPS two times, ma'am? What is the significance of RPS first time and second time?
Arey Baba, RPS is the username
No.
and
Hello?
identified. Yes, you can hear me, Avinav. RPS is the username, create username
Yes, ma'am.
identified by password. I gave username and password same. That's why I have written twice. You can give different password also. Okay? Understood? So the syntax is
Yes, ma'am.
create username identified by password. Okay. So I have given same so that I can remember. Now, then what we have to do once the user has been created, now what we have to do is we have to grant privileges to the user so that the user can connect to the database, so that the user can create table and other things, other operations can be done by the user only if sys grants the permission. But in higher version of Oracle, the granting of permission after creation of the user is by default done. But we should know, because every time we are not going to use higher versions of Oracle, isn't it? So what we did, first we created the user. First sys created the user, and then sys is granting permissions, lot of permissions, lot of privileges to the user RPS. Now what is this resource, comma, connect? Resource is known as a role, whereas connect is another role. Now what is a role? A role is a collection of privileges, a set of बहुत सारा privileges एक साथ. If I create a set, then that set is known as a role. So resource role में बहुत सारा privileges है, connect role में बहुत सारा privileges is present. What are the privileges? Like some examples are the user, one of the privilege is the user can now connect to the database. The user can now create some sessions with the database. So these are the individual privileges I'm talking about. And those individual privileges, suppose 5 privileges are added to the resource role and 7 privileges are added to the connect role. Clear? Now what I did, instead of adding individual privileges one by one, the roles are added. The roles are granted to the user, new user. So what will happen automatically? If 5 privileges are there in the resource role, then it will be automatically all the 5 privileges will go to the user. Okay. So once I do this, grant succeeded. Now let us check whether the new user can connect to the database or not. So I am the new user. So connect RPS. And what is the password? Again, RPS. So connected. Since the privileges has been granted, now whatever privileges SIS has, RPS has much more less number of privileges, because SIS is an administrator, whereas RPS is not an administrator. RPS is a normal user. So RPS has much less number of privileges as compared to SIS, because if
Excuse me, ma'am.
RPS, बोलो.
Ma'am, in my terminal, that grant command is showing an error. It is writing missing or invalid privileges.
What is the user that you are at present? Just check. Just write show user.
You might have given dot in place of comma. There will be comma.
Okay, that will use comma. Resource, comma, connect.
Resource, comma,
Can
connect.
user RPS can create a user?
I'm coming to that point. Rajkumar, have you completed? It's okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Acha. Rajkumar.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, the show user is throwing an error in my 11G, ma'am. Invalid SQL statement.
Show users.
Yes, ma'am. I'm using the web interface, ma'am. The Oracle application Express 11G.
11G. এটাও তো 11G.
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম ওই ওয়েব ইন্টারফেস ইউজ করছি ম্যাম এই কমান্ড প্রম্পট না
সে হোক না, তাতে কি হয়েছে?
ম্যাম শো ইউজার লিখছি ইনভ্যালিড এসকিউএল স্টেটমেন্ট দেন তো ক্রিয়েট ইউজার লিখলে ইনভ্যালিড প্রিভিলেজেস আসছে।
তাহলে তোমার কানেকশন হয়নি, তুমি কানেক্ট করো তো আরেকবার। Acha, now the thing is, that Rajkamal was asking, can RPS now create a user? Let us see. So RPS, at present, who is the user? RPS. Now I am writing create user. Let me create another TT by identified by anything you. What has been displayed? All of you can see the screen properly?
Yes, ma'am.
Molda এই এর সাইজটা কি করে বাড়াবো এই টেক্সটের?
কন্ট্রোল প্লাস প্লাস
হয় না,
কন্ট্রোল প্লাস প্লাস দিয়ে বাড়াবো।
কন্ট্রোল প্লাস প্লাস হচ্ছে না,
ফন্ট সাইজ ম্যাম,
ফন্ট সাইজও হচ্ছে না
मैम हो
কিছুতে। আমি চেষ্টা করলাম
मैम CTRL एंड स्क्रॉलिंग।
हाँ किए थे तो अगला दिन देखो कंट्रोल प्लस प्लस দিচ্ছি হচ্ছে না। कंट्रोल স্ক্রল করছি হচ্ছে না। যাই হোক, স্টুডেন্টস ক্যান সি, isn't it? It is
yes.
Acha. Now insufficient privileges. Why? Because the user RPS was a normal user. The RPS was not an administrator. Okay, so RPS cannot create a user until and unless SIS grants the permission to RPS to create a user. Okay, so what can SIS do? Now let us come out from here. Let us again connect by SIS. I have connected by SIS. Just let me check. I have connected by SIS. Now what I will do? I will grant the permission for creating a user to whom? To the newly created user. So I'm writing grant create user to RPS. Let me check. And succeeded. Now let me come out. Okay, let me connect by RPS. Connect RPS. Connected. Now let us check whether create user can be done by RPS or not. User created. So RPS has also created a user. Okay. Now can RPS grant resource comma connect? Let me check. All of you are doing with me.
Yes, ma'am.
To whom? To TTY. Let me check, okay? Because insufficient. So RPS is unable to. Who is the user? RPS cannot grant resource comma connect to TTY. There was a permission for granting privileges. I have to check. I forgot it. Wait. Connect. Grant. I forgot this command. Grant. Who was that? User created grant resource comma connect to TTY. Insufficient privileges. There was an option. I'm forgetting the option. Wait, one grant. No, I have to check. Okay, so this I will check you. I will let you know. I'm missing it out what I. So why insufficient privileges? Because resource comma connect cannot be granted by this one because that privilege is not there. So every privilege, everything that the user RPS wants to do similar to sys has to be granted by sys. Then only sys can do. I will tell you this command. Just give me some time. Not now. Let us do something while you work. I will check and I will tell you. Okay. Now. What I wanted to, why we created RPS, let us again connect to RPS. Connect to RPS. Before that, let me check and just create another user, all of you. Under sys, you create another user. Let it be create user RPS1. Let us just check. SSD. Identified by SSD. Okay. Account resource. So two users I have created. Resource, comma connect to SSD. Okay. Now, what we will do is we will create two. First, you connect by RPS, and then create a user. Create a table, very short table.
Ma'am.
What happened?
Ma'am.
Oh, sorry. What?
Ma'am, when you created, wait. Ma'am, grant resource connect to TTY, ma'am, there you miss the C resource का मैम स्पेशल में C मिस था इसलिए मैम ग्रांट सक्सेसफुल नहीं हुआ था मैम इधर हो रहा है मैम
मिस था
रिसोर्स में मैम C मिस है मैम
नहीं रिसोर्स में तो C था
स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक मैम
like the below, like in SSD also. Acha, that is side.
Two lines after that.
Actually, हाँ, actually ये तो होना चाहिए मैंने
मैम हम लोग में हो रहा है हम लोग में हो रहा है
ना ठीक है so
मैम नीचे वाला में उसमें था कमांड मिस था
लेकिन मेरा यहाँ क्यों नहीं हुआ, देखना पड़ेगा। ठीक है, तुम लोग का हो रहा है. So that is the thing. माने the thing is you have to grant every privileges to the new user, then only the new user can perform those operations. Okay. Now you can also revoke the privileges. Let me show you that also. I'm just connecting via sys again, and let me show all of you. Just write revoke, create user. Actually, let me show you. So many things to show now. I'm NA1. What I will show, I will take the permission from the RPS user, that creating user permission. Okay, so I'm writing revoke. Who is the user at present? Let me just check. Sys. Now I'm revoking the permission. Revoke. Create user was the permission. Deepak Kumar, please mute yourself. Revoke create user from RPS. So revoke succeeded. Now RPS won't be able to create user. Okay. So you can revoke any permission. You can take any permission from the user to whom you have granted the privilege. Okay. Now, what another thing I want to show you is all. Till this everybody has done.
Yes, ma'am.
And that grant command is not working on that SSD. Grant resource from SSD.
Why it will not work?
No.
Insufficient now
privileges.
Now, grant resource connect is provided by is given by sys. So how insufficient privileges will come? ये grant तो sys कर रहा है. Sys is doing granting this permission.
Yes, ma'am. Same, ma'am. While creating revoke create my is showing insufficient privileges.
না user টা কে দেখো.
Ma'am, user মানে যেটা create করেছি সেটাই দেখাচ্ছে.
না.
Like in
which user is revoking the permission? Which user? RPS was created by sys. So only sys can revoke the permission of create user from RPS. Okay. So you have to check that which user is revoking the permission. Okay. Now, leave it. এটা শিখে গেছো, এটা বাড়িতে try করবে আবার. Now let us again learn something new. I am connecting to RPS. RPS is connecting to the database. Mute yourself, Rajkumar. Mute yourself. So connect RPS. All of you do this. Connect by the new user and create a very small table. I'm creating create table P1, a very small table, only just to show you. ID. ID is suppose number. Then constraint DD1 primary key then another column, just another column, name varchar 2 10 done. Table created, and I'm not inserting any. Just let me insert one record. Insert into. Do it fast. Many things we have to know. Okay. Otherwise, insert into T1 values. ID money 1, comma RRR. Run, commit. Okay. Now, so table is created by who? Who is the owner of this table? T1. Isn't RPS. RPS is the owner of T1. Now let me join to the other user. Connect SSD. What was the password? SSD most probably. So SSD I have connected by SSD now. Now I will create another table. Okay. So create table T2. Sorry, T2. Let me just write roll number. Roll number 10 constraint NN1 not null, comma. Here, let me tell you one more important point. Listen carefully. If I say, you remember candidate key, we did normalization. Now, if I say that role is a candidate key, suppose if I say that role is a primary key and I have another column called suppose stream and name, and suppose name and stream is a primary key, sorry, candidate key. So how do I make a candidate key? In order to, I cannot write primary key twice, isn't it? Because in a table, only one primary key should be there. So if I want to make, suppose I am making role as a candidate key. So how do I make role as a candidate key? I have to add two constraints. What are the two constraints? Let me remove this. I have to write unique space not null. So unique space not null means I am adding two constraints to the role column. What are the two constraints? One is unique constraint, another one is not null constraint. Now, when I am adding unique and not null to the role, then role will act as a candidate key. If I had created primary key, then what are the two features of primary key? It has to be unique and not null. So I cannot write twice. I cannot write primary key. I cannot do in this manner that this role is a primary key and a primary key is also a candidate key, isn't it? And I have suppose ID, which is number, and I have written this as another primary key. Can I do this? I cannot do this. In this, if I do this, then what will happen? In a table, there will be two candidate keys, but both are primary keys. More than one candidate key is allowed, but more than one primary key is not allowed, isn't it? So, in order to make this one as a candidate key only, I have to write not null and unique. Here, this is a method of creating a primary key. Okay, now let me just create a simple table. So roll number 10, and let me add a constraint y1 and not null. Only one column is there. Oh, Baba.
Ma'am, this constant we have to remember.
No need to remember. So table created. Now insert. I'm coming to those points. Wait. Let me just insert into T2 values. How many columns are there? One. No? So let me give a value. One row commit. Okay. Now at this present scenario, how many RPS has how many tables? One table. And SSD has how many tables? One table. Now if I write, at present I am at which user? I am the SSD user. So in the from the SSD user, or as an SSD user, can I write select star from, what was the name? The table name T2. Can I write this? will show the records. Now, if I write T1, can I write? T1 is a table?
No, we can't write it. No.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
We cannot write. Why we cannot write? Because I am presently at which schema? Logical area. Which logical area? The schema whose name is SSD. So I am present in this particular logical area where the name of that schema, we say it is a schema. So the name is SSD. Being in SSD schema, I won't be able to view or update or anything, any operation or access the tables present in another schema. So here, who is that another schema? RPS is another schema. Sys is another schema. So these are the different schema. Okay, logical separations. Now, so what I have to do? Can I write select star from schema name? Let the T1 was created by whom? RPS. So can I write RPS dot T1? Can I do this? No, yet I am unable to do this. Okay, I cannot do this. So although I have written the schema name, then the table name, I am not able to view or see the table. So what I have to do? I have to first of all I have to connect to RPS. Now I have to grant permission of accessing the table created by whom? Me. Who is the owner of T1? RPS. So RPS is the owner. Whoever is the owner of the table can grant permission to other people. Okay. So how can I do that? Grant select to grant select on T1 to let me check the syntax. Grant select on T1 to SSD. Just wait, let me check whether it's working or not. Yes, so this is the syntax. So what I wrote? Grant select on what permission I have added till now? Only the other person. Who is that other person? SSD. So only SSD can select my table. Maybe my table is very important. I will not allow anyone else to update or do any modifications. Only the person can view my table. Clear? So now once the grant has been succeeded, now what can I do? Let me connect by SSD. Now I will write select. I have connected by SSD now. Okay. I am viewing another people's table, another user's table. So what I'm writing, select star from T1. Only T1 will not work. I have to write the schema name. So what is the schema? RPS. Whose table is? It is RPS. So I can view now. Is it clear to everyone? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Clear? Okay.
Yes.
But I won't be able to update. Why? Because the permission of update is not given to me, so I won't be able to update T1 table. So I can also give that permission. I means who can give? The owner of the table. So I have to join again.
Ma'am, can you show that grant statement again, ma'am? Can you scroll down a little bit? Yeah, ma'am, that's okay. Okay.
T1 to assist.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, it's not working on my computer. Can't see it on T1. Okay,
Who
ma'am.
has created? Who is the owner? Just check that.
Okay.
Acha. Now again, I'm connecting to RPS. Okay. Connect RPS. password RPS. Now I am granting some more permissions for my table. So grant select on, grant select, comma update on, comma ta lagbe ki na, I have to check. Huh? Just wait, don't write this. Grant select, comma update on T1 to SSD. Yes. So what I did, I have granted now select as well as update on what? Update money what? Update and delete all other permissions you can add. Grant select, comma update on T1 to SSD. So now the person can update my table. If you think you will add that, you will grant that permission to SSD, you can do via this. Now, if you want that everybody can view your table, don't add update permission to everyone. You should not do this. So if you write grant select on T1 to all. Sorry, all is not working. What was that? To public. Wait. To public means all the users present in your database. All the users, I have granted the permission to view my table. Clear? Okay.
Only view that public cannot
Only
make
view.
changes.
I haven't added. You can add it if you want. All the users will change your table. If you want that, you can add. You can add select, comma update, comma delete on T1 to public. Here. Now, another thing I want to show you here. Till this, everybody has done. Let us very fast join by sys. Join as sys. Connect sys as sysdba. Password. What was the Now, see, whatever we are doing, let me tell you, students, please write all these things in your lab copy. Frame the question yourself. Write that this is the method of doing this is the syntax, and this I have done. So this way you should prepare your lab copy nicely, okay? Okay, because many things I have said, so you should put it in your copy. Because later on, when you again during your exam time or maybe during some viva or some interview, you can just go through your copy and you will remember everything. Yeah. Acha, what I was saying, yes, all of you connect by sys again if you have completed these things, and then just write. Did I add the permission to sys? Update permission? Did I add? No, I did not add, isn't it?
No, it was not working.
What was not working?
You the update statement you wrote, right?
No, update will work. Why update will not work? Update will also. I have already added. Just see.
Yeah,
Grant
grant
select, update on T1 to SSD. I have added it to SSD. I haven't added it to the public. Here. Now, I have connected by via sys, and then I'm writing update T1 set. What was the column in T1? ID, no? Set ID is equal to 4, where ID is equal to 1. I don't know whether the table was there or not, row was there or not. 0 rows updated. Wait 1 minute, just. T1. Here you have to do one thing. You have to write the schema name. Who was the owner? RPS. So once I write the schema name, my record is coming. Now I will update, okay? You have to write update rps.t1, 1 row updated. Did I add update? Did I grant update to sys? I did not grant. But since sys is a super user, sys, even if I don't grant, sys has the permission to view, update anything to anyone's table. It can be present in any schema, but sys can, with even if the owner doesn't grant the permission to update, to delete and other things, but still sys can do it. But the schema name should be written, because T1, so many people can write T1. Table name. See, if I am user RPS and if I'm creating T1, SSD, another user can also create T1, because SSD is a different schema. T1 is a name present in SSD, T1 is a table name present in RPS. So it will not clash. But in the same schema, if you write T1 again, if you create another table with the same name T1, then it will crash. Then it will say that table name exists. But if the table name, same table name should be unique, I said, isn't it? But if it is present in different schema, same name can be used. Understood? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Acha. 1 minute. Now let me show you one more thing. With respect to this one, what I wanted is, let me check that node was showing. Let me check here. So I have created a constant, isn't it? Let me just write select star from. Achha, this is which user? Oh no, sys. Let us connect by RPS. Connect RPS, and then uh, select start from user underscore constraints where owner is equal to
मैम कंस्ट्रेंट्स में एन रह गया.
where owner is equal to, let me check, this is see dd1, wait 1 minute, Sunny Kumar, what was your page size command?
Said page size. Said page size 100, ma'am.
See, just wait. DD1, I gave a name DD1 to a particular constraint. You remember? Who is the owner? Just see the columns. Actually, it's not coming properly. My alignment is not proper. Wait, let me just write set line size. Alignment is not proper. That's why you are unable to see it properly. Let me make line size 2000. Who is the owner? The owner is one of the column. RPS is the owner. Next is constraint name. Just see, constraint name is another column. DD1 was one of the constraint. Constraint type. Constraint type P means primary key.
Ma'am, maximize the window. Yes.
Hare Baba. You can see? No? কাস্টমাইজ এটা হচ্ছে না। Can't see?
Can see, ma'am, but
लेकिन
not clear, ma'am.
लेकिन हाँ, लेकिन तो ये आई डोंट नो क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है। रिस्टोर
Ma'am, do one line size 50?
ঠিক আছে, দেখা যাচ্ছে? আচ্ছা দাঁড়াও এক সেকেন্ড, এটাকে একটু বড় করি। তাহলে বোঝা গেল, সবাই নিজেরটা দেখো। So you can check the constraints. Even if you don't remember the name of your constraint, then you can check it from here. So dd1 is the name of the constraint. Acha, let me do one thing. Instead of star, let me just select owner, comma, constraint. Column name আছে কি রাখো তো, just check. Constraint name, then constraint type, only these three, okay? From see owner. Acha, let me now increase the line size. Okay. So what is owner is RPS, constraint name is dd1, and constraint type is primary key. Okay, understood? So this is the method of checking. Even if you don't remember, you can check it via this. Clear? Understood? Now another thing I want to show you is সেটা কি এখানে হবে? Wait 1 minute. Yes, I can do that. Suppose who was given update command, update privilege was granted to whom? To SSD, isn't it? And T1 was the table. Okay, so RPS was the owner of T1 and RPS was the owner of T1 and SSD was granted the privilege of select and update. Everybody is with me, mane listening? Any problem?
Yes, ma'am.
All of you are up to date. Up to date means have completed everything, whatever I said till this.
Yes.
দীপিকা না
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
বলছি ওই যে ফন্টটা যদি বাড়াতে চাও তাহলে ওই টাইটেল বারে গিয়ে প্রপার্টিজে গিয়ে ওখান থেকে ফন্টটা বাড়াতে পারো।
হ্যাঁ, এখানে গিয়ে কি করব?
রাইট মাউস ক্লিক করো,
হ্যাঁ
প্রপার্টিজে যাও,
প্রপার্টিজে গেলাম,
দেখো ফন্ট উপরে একদম।
হ্যাঁ ফন্ট তো ম্যাক্সিমাম করা আছে। ওখানে আমি দেখেছিলাম। তাহলে কি এখানে এটা স্টাইলটা চেঞ্জ করব? দেখি তো। এই যে এটা স্টাইল,
হ্যাঁ ওখানে এবার সাইজটাকে বাড়িয়ে দাও।
28
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, স্টাইলটা গন্ডগোল ছিল। 72 দিন না, 72 না, এটা ঠিক আছে।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
এবার ঠিক আছে। স্টাইলটাই প্রবলেম ছিল, তাই জন্য এর আগের দিন থেকে ম্যাক্সিমাম করতে পারছিলাম। আচ্ছা কি বলছিলাম? হ্যাঁ, তো আই হোপ এভরিবডি হ্যাজ কমপ্লিটেড, তাই তো?
ম্যাম লাস্ট কমান্ডে এরর আসছে।
নে বাবা, লাস্ট কমান্ড কোনটা? আচ্ছা অমলদা, তুমি না অ্যাটেন্ডেন্সটা নিয়ে নাও এবারে।
আমি কি রোল কল করব না এমনি নিয়ে নেব? মানে গুগল মিট থেকে নিয়ে নেব?
গুগল মিট থেকে নিলে সুবিধা, যেটা সুবিধা হবে।
আমি গুগল মিট থেকে নিয়ে নিচ্ছি তাহলে।
ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে। আচ্ছা, নাও what I want to say is, let just see carefully. I am writing, I means who? Let me check who is the user. RPS. Now RPS is writing update. Let me open another terminal. Wait. You can see both the terminals. Both the
Ma'am, I
terminals.
think now you can use CTRL and scroll up.
But now can you see both the terminals?
Yes.
Okay. Now in this terminal, wait, let me just go to the here I'm connecting by SSD, okay? Connect SSD. So in this terminal, I have in this one I have connected by RPS, and this one is SSD. Clear? Now from the RPS terminal, I am writing update. I'm writing update. T1 was the table. T1 set ID is equal to 9, where ID is equal to 4. I made it 4, isn't it? It is equal to 4.
Yes.
Don't press enter. Don't press enter. Wait. Go to the other terminal. Go to the other terminal, and then you write another update. Update. This RPS dot T1, the same table. RPS dot T1 set ID is equal to 10, where ID is equal to 4. Okay, don't press enter. Go to the RPS. Go to the RPS, and then you just press enter, and here now you press enter. What is happening? Can anybody tell me what is happening? Did you understand what I did? I have entered the first terminal via RPS. When RPS is the user, and the second terminal, the user is SSD. RPS has entered. RPS has executed a command, update command, and RPS is updating which row? The row where ID is 4. And what is the value that is to be updated? 9. And SSD, RPS has entered and press entered. One row updated is shown. SSD is also updating the same record. ID is equal to 4. And what is the value that is being updated? 10. Now what you are seeing? Can anyone explain me what you are seeing?
Deadlock.
Deadlock. What is a deadlock?
It is in Java, man.
No, it is in dbms also. You have studied deadlock. When parallel concurrent execution of transactions, we are following two-phase locking protocol. So one is waiting for the other transaction, and the second transaction is waiting for the first transaction to release the locks. You remember? Deadlock handling.
Yes,
কিচ্ছু
ma'am.
পড়াশোনা করেনি, কিচ্ছু পড়ে না এরা। আমি খালি বকে যাই, বক করে যাচ্ছি। Can anyone explain what is happening? What you are seeing here in the second terminal? Hanged, isn't it? It is not
Yes,
coming. It is hanged. It is locked. In other words, we can say it is locked. Can anyone tell me why
And it is waiting for the first user to release the lock.
First user to release the lock. Now, is the first user waiting for the second one?
No, ma'am. It has the
No.
lock, so it can.
First user is not waiting for second one. But second user is waiting for first one to release the lock. Why? Because I am performing an update command. Update means ki write operation. Mone koro theory class. Write operation of a transaction. Write operation is very crucial, isn't it? Why it is crucial? Now see, if RPS updates it to 9, roll number 4's record, and SSD says no, I will make it 10. So which one you will take? Inconsistency ho jabe. So since a write operation is being performed by RPS and first RPS has entered, pressed enter at before SSD, so RPS has been granted the permission, granted the lock. Okay, that record ID is equal to 4 has been locked for other users. Since RPS is performing a DML update write operation on that record, so other users won't be able to perform write operation on that record. Boja gেছে? Did you understand? Did you understand? Any doubt?
No.
No. So here, what can I do is, since I have hanged, I cannot proceed. So let me just write Control C, and let me just again log in once more. Okay, I have connected. SSD has connected. Now, can SSD tell me? Can SSD perform a select operation on the same record?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Because it is non-conflictable. Because read and write.
Read and write. I'm reading. I'm reading. Now, can I be allowed to read? I'm not writing. I'm not updating anything. Can I be allowed to read?
It depends on the strictness.
Strictness. Okay. Oh, wait, let me write it once. Select start from RPS.T1 where key, where ID is equal to 4. Same record. I'm reading. What has been shown to me? I'm allowed to read, isn't it? I'm allowed to read because read and when I'm reading, I will be allowed. But what I am allowed, I will not be locked. But what I'm reading, did I read 9, the updated value? No, I am reading 4. 4 was the old value, isn't it? Not yet updated. So the old record has been shown. Why? Can anyone explain this? Neha Chatterjee, can you explain? Whereas here if I write select star from T1 where ID is equal to 4, it's data. Oh, अच्छा, ID is equal to 4 T1. Now see. Let's see the result. What is shown to Sneha Chatterjee is there?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you explain what I am getting different result? Here I am writing select start. Instead, I could also have written select start from this same command, giving me different results. Why? Anyone else?
हम कमिट नहीं किया हुआ है ना
कमिट नहीं किया हुआ
कहाँ इधर
फर्स्ट यूजर
लेकिन दोनों रिकॉर्ड अलग हो गए कैसे?
हाँ तो
मैम T1 में जो
परमानेंट स्टोरेज में अपडेट
wait I cannot hear anyone.
अभी तक परमानेंट स्टोरेज में अपडेट नहीं हुआ
কোনটা পার্মানেন্ট স্টোরেজ?
मैम सेकेंडरी स्टोरेज,
System.
सेकेंडरी मेमोरी।
सिस्टम में स्टोर नहीं हुआ ना,
सिस्टम क्या है?
रैम में अभी भी सारा डेटा।
तुम लोग ऐसे
नहीं, RAM में
ऐसे
नहीं
मत
है।
बताओ आंसर।
अरे
तुम
मतलब
लोग ऐसे आंसर मत बताओ। तुम लोग को हम माने I have explained every term, so don't say system में अपडेट नहीं हुआ है। ये आंसर तो
The user which is viewing the data doesn't have the new copy.
Wait. Who is answering? Rajkamal, what you are saying?
The user which is viewing the data doesn't have the updated copy of it. And the user which is updating the data, means the one who is reading doesn't have the new copy, means updated one.
तुम लोग ऐसे बोल रहे हो जैसे तुम लोग को हम ये पार्ट नहीं पढ़ा है। माने you are new to dbms. I want a specific answer. Specific. Anyone can give me a specific answer? It is correct. Whatever you are saying is correct, but actually it is it seems as if you don't know the terms, you don't know the dbms theory, the ones
concurrency.
हाँ, तो concurrency तो obviously concurrent execution. Both the transactions are parallelly executing. But what any other answer? No. Let me tell again. No one listened. The thing is, when I taught you, none of you have carefully you listen to what I say. The thing is, this user SSD, this one, the records are being displayed from the data file of the database. In the database, there are 3 files. Data file contains the actual values. In this RPS, in the RPS terminal, the records are being shown from the DB buffer cache. You remember the Oracle architecture? So from the DB buffer cache, the updated value is being shown, although the data file is not yet updated. The data file is not yet updated. Why the data file is not yet updated? One hasn't committed. Sorry, G1, RPS, user RPS hasn't committed the update statement. So, to that user, RPS, it is being shown from the DB buffer cache, the updated record, whereas to the other users, the record is the old value, not yet updated, not yet committed. So what I have to do, once I commit this, now let me once more, let me show you. Let us again write the update. Okay, I was updating. Yes, so it is hanged. It has been hanged, isn't it? It is locked because someone else is still continuing the transaction. A person commits or rollbacks. Now here, this RPS user is writing commit. That means it is ending the transaction. Commit, just check what happens. When I write commit here and press enter, commit completed. So now see here. It was hanged, isn't it? Not yet hanged. For it has been committed, so the data file is updated instantly. And hence the ID has become 9 now. So no rows updated, but it worked. Why it worked? Because there the transaction has can update. Now if I just change it, 9, one row updated. Now again commit, otherwise the other users will get hanged. This is known as concurrent execution. Is it clear a little bit? Can you write it in your copy, all these things? Otherwise again you will forget. ঠিক আছে? তাহলে এবারে আমরা একটু SQL করি। এগুলো হলো তোমরা করবে। Okay, I will just tell you a little bit some of the operators, and you will, I have some assignment, you will do it with some of the commands. Let me tell you, like suppose we have relational operators, all of us know. Let me write it here. Wait, I will not show, now you will do. We have আমি just একটু recap করে দিচ্ছি. We have relational operators. What are those? Relational relational operators. What are those? Less than, greater than, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to. These are there. We can have, suppose if I stop, mute yourself everybody. Suppose if I use in operator, in is another operator. When can I use in operator? Suppose if I want to, in the where clause, these operators are always used in the where clause. So in the where clause, if I write where id, I can write id is equal to 2. When I use equal to operator, that means I can use only a single value on the right hand side. Equal to can be matched with a single value. But if I want to match with different values, suppose if I write city, select all those tuples where city in multiple values I can have, where city in Kolkata, comma, Delhi. So what happens? Multiple values like I'm writing, and it will check all those tuples where the city is either Kolkata or Delhi. It will fetch those records. ঠিক আছে, মানে কলকাতাও হতে পারে টপলসে or Delhi হতে পারে, and it will fetch the corresponding records. So in is used for matching with multiple values. Next, if I use and operator, suppose if I'm writing id is equal to 2 and I'm writing another condition, and suppose city is equal to, so what happens when I write and? When I write and, that means it will match, select star from table name where this condition is also matching and this condition is also matching. Those records will be fetched. Okay, if I write or, logical and logical or, then what happens? Either this matches or that matches or both matches, it will fetch. Okay, if I can also write not. Okay, not city is equal to Kolkata, or I could have also written not equal to 5. Okay, another thing is if I write in, so if I write ename like operator, ename like, and I'm doing some matching, some pattern matching, like suppose if I write ename like starts with e, and then there can be any number of characters. So 2 symbols are there. What are the 2 symbols? One is percentage and another one is underscore. So percentage, another one is underscore. Percentage means
any number of characters.
0 or any number of characters. Hey, দেখতে পাচ্ছ screen?
Yes.
The screen is visible, isn't it? Any number of characters.
Yes.
Okay, so percentage means 0 or any number of characters, and underscore means
0 or 1.
Single character.
No. Only a single character. Only a single character. No 0. Only a single character. Mane must be there. A character must be there, and how many? Only one. So if I write where ename like e percentage, then what names comes here? Any names. The name can be e, only e. মানে percentage to 0 na, 0 or any number of characters, so it can be only e, or it can be efb, it can be efggg, whatever. And if I write e underscore, then what happens? All the names which are 2 digits, 2 characters are there. The first character is e, and the second character can be anything, any character, but only the total number of characters is 2, because an underscore takes only a single character. Okay, uh, between, if I write salary, between 200 and 500. So this is the between operator. Okay. What is this? If I ask you to select, suppose I am writing in this manner, select EMP underscore ID, then I am writing a string. Sorry, concatenation operator, and then I'm writing a string. EMP ID will give the value. Suppose E1 earns an annual salary of, again another concatenation operator, of how much? Salary column into 12. Okay. Now the from table name and other things are there. Suppose from EMP. Now, if I want to give an alias name to this full thing, E1 earns an annual salary of something, then give an alias name, but heading to this particular values, then what you will do, give a space after writing the full thing, give a space and then write within double quotes, you can give any heading, let it be annual salary. Okay. This was alias name. You could have given individual alias name also, just beside the column name. What is this order by does? If I write, I'm saying many things because I will give you assignments now. Okay, these are already taught, and just a recap. What does order by do? If I write select, suppose I'm writing select star from EMP, and then I'm writing order by salary. If I only write this, then your output will come and it will be ordered by salary column, ordered in descending order if I don't mention anything. And if you, ordered in ascending order. And if you mention DESC, then it will order in descending order. Based on what? Salary. Okay. And if you write order by salary, comma, or suppose I'm writing order by e-name, comma, salary, then what will happen? It will order, first of all, it will order by e-name in ascending order. E-name means what? The characters will be compared, okay? And then it will, once you get same, suppose here, suppose e-name is, suppose two names are same. Sneha, and again I have another Sneha. Okay, when the e-names has been is same, then it will go to the next column. What is the next column? Salary. Then it will find out whose salary is more. Whichever Sneha's salary is more, that Sneha will be shown first, and then the other one. So two columns, order by two more than one column, means that it will initially order by the first column. Once after ordering by the first column, if two values or more than two values are same, then it will decide to order by the next column. And when I write unique, what happens? If I write select unique is a keyword ID, then what happens? Unique IDs will only be displayed. Duplicates will not be shown. If I write count star, what happens? If I write count
Will count
star,
the
number of records present in your table. If you write count EMP ID, it will count the number of employees present in your table. It will count duplicates also. You have to check it. Most probably it will count duplicates also. Okay, check this. Acha, next is count. And do you require anything for these assignments? Wait. Acha, if I want to find out which suppose there is a commission column or phone number column, and you want to find out the names of those employees who do not have a phone number. Okay, so what you will write? Select star from EMP where who do not have a phone number, where phone number column what? Who do not have a phone number, what I will write?
Is not null.
Is null.
Null.
These are the persons whose phone number is null, and no value is assigned to the phone number column. Those employees I am checking. Clear? Or not null can also be used. Okay, is not null means where the person who has a phone number. If I write not null. ঠিক আছে চলো এবারে তোমরা assignments আমি দিচ্ছি. You complete it fast, then again I will teach you something else and I will come give you assignments. Let me share. Wait. Is it visible? This one?
Yes.
Day 2 assignments is visible?
Yes.
So these are the assignments. We will also do 2. I haven't taught you 2. I will teach you, but you have to first complete these 5 or 6 questions. These are very easy. You will be able to do this. Do it. Just do this part.
Alexis.
What are you typing? Who is typing?
Anything the assignment.
Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot of both. Eleven 16. কটা অবধি আছে টাইম? 3 hours. We have time. Try this till 11:30. Then I will randomly check, and then we will again study something. Omulda? Done? You have completed?